turn handprints into art. In today's video, I will show you how easy it is to create this adorable looking owl. And the best part is, you will cherish this craft forever because your kiddos will customize it with their very own handprints. Before you start this craft, please make sure your paint is non-toxic, and usually it is written on the bottle right here. So before you put anything on a kiddo's hand, make sure it's non-toxic, or you can use kids washable paint as well. Squeeze a little bit of paint on a palette or a piece of paper. You can choose any color you or your kiddos like. You can ask your kiddos to paint their own hand, or you can help them. So let's dip our sponge brush. I like to use sponge brush for this type of work, but you can use any brush you have at home. And then let's just paint our hand. This owl handprint art is the perfect way to create fall art easily. This is excellent for hand-eye coordination, fine motor skills, and you can use it as a decor as well. Once the hand is covered in paint, ask your kids to spread the fingers as wide as they can and make sure they don't move the fingers. Ready, steady, let's make a print. Press the hand down. Now ask your kids to keep their hand up above the head and don't touch anything. Let's go wash our hands. And ta-da! We have a cute looking handprint. Yes, this hand is not mine. This is my son's hand, and I did it because if I would do the handprint on my hand, the owl would be giant and not really cute looking. So for the purpose of this video, my son helped me to make his handprint. Let's move on. We are going to start transforming this handprint into a cute looking owl. Step number 1, you need to wait for the paint to completely dry. Then I like to use very thin markers for this one. These are acrylic markers. If you don't have acrylic markers, feel free to use any colored pencils you have at home. Just make sure they are sharpened. Once the paint is dry, add a few short curved lines on top of the owl's head. These are going to be the feathers. Let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's do 4 on the other side. Next, we are going to design the wings of our owl, and because the thumb is all the way to the side, we are going to pretend that our owl is dancing or just flipping its wings. So I like to start right here, and we are going to do a line all the way to the thumb, so it's slightly curved. And now we are going to go from here all the way to the body. But this one will be curved. And let's repeat the same step on the other side. So starting from the edge, going to the left, and now let's curve all the way back. Beautiful! If you are using markers, we need a couple of seconds to let it dry because they are acrylic markers or any regular markers, just let it dry. Now using your colored pencil, let's paint the wings. And this is the perfect time to practice staying in the lines. I like to use the same or similar shade to the paint we use for the handprint. So we kind of can hide the thumb but still see the thumb, you know what I mean? And just be gentle. This is very easy to do. Be careful around the edges right here. Then just color it in. And let's repeat the same step on the other side. Next, we know that owls have big eyes, and the best way to express big eyes is by gluing buttons and googly eyes together, just like this. And if you don't have buttons or googly eyes, feel free to use a black marker and just draw 2 circles for the eyes. Let's go! Eye number 1, this is so exciting! For this type of gluing, I recommend using tacky glue, and as always, all the supplies are listed in the description below. Tacky glue is non-toxic, so it's safe for kids to work with it, and it really works well. Perfect! Next, we are going to move to the beak, so choose any color you like. I think I'm going to go with this brown one. Okay, I need to press it down. As you can see, we did multiple handprints in our house over the weekend. Okay, for the beak, you can try to draw a triangle. I think I'm going to draw like an oval looking shape. And then just color it in, because this is such a tiny space to color. Take your time, and again, thin markers or pencils will do the magic. Next, you know how I love to draw cheeks. So let's do 1 cheek underneath the left eye, be careful. And 1 cheek underneath the right eye. This is my kind of signature move. I like to do 3 dots on this side and 3 dots on this side. We are almost there! Moving on, we are going to use another paint of your choice. I like to keep the color scheme similar, but you can go gaga. You can use any color you like. I like to keep it very similar to the color I use. So let's squeeze just a little bit. You don't need much. And find your paintbrush. Flip your paintbrush and use the back of the paintbrush to dip into the paint. And let's make dots onto the owl's belly. You can do as many as you like. And let's add a few dots on the wings as well. I do like to repeat patterns so you can see some repetition. But again, if you want, you can skip this step. And it's kind of 3D. I like it. Okay, let's go over here. Perfect! Let's go wash our paintbrush because we don't want the paint to dry. And because it's a fall season, I thought that maybe it would be a really good idea to add few leaves around the owl. And because she's dancing, the leaves are also dancing. Let's go! So my idea is to add maybe 4 leaves right here. You can use any color for the leaves. Because it's fall, we can go with yellow and orange, or maybe with red. But my fear is because my owl is orange, and if I would put orange leaves, then the owl won't really stand out. So I'm going to go with green, but you can use any color you like. And first, I like to just sketch my leaves. You can use a pencil for this one. And they are kind of like raindrops, so I like to draw very simple leaves. Then I like to split them in half. And one color will be dark green and one will be light green. Let's add a few more. And if your kiddos don't know how to draw leaves, or they're like, oh, I cannot do this, definitely sketch the leaves for them and then invite them to color the leaves, any color they like. This is another very easy way how we can practice coloring in the lines. To show that the owl is really dancing or flapping its wings, let's add 2 short lines on the sides right here. I like to use gray for this one, but you can use black or brown color. Same thing on the other side. And the last part is to add some highlights to our artwork. So let's go over here, the edge of the leaf. Again, using your gray would be the best one. If you don't have gray color, you can use pencil. Adding lighter highlights on the leaves will create more volume and depth. You can also skip this step if you don't feel like doing the highlights. Let's add a little bit of white highlight on the beak and the cheeks. Beautiful! Look how adorable this owl is. You can keep this craft forever because it will bring you all the cute memories when your kiddos were little, or you can send them to grandparents or family to make them smile. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and creating with me, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao!